All right.
On this intent to record, do I need to still sign it if I'm
No,
not going to record?
if you're not going to record,
Okay.
you don't want to worry about it.
I'm sitting. I mean, I'm short, but that was even still too high for me. Definitely dangling the feet.
Oh, I didn't do it. Is that for you?
Oh, thank
Can I
you.
just point out that the name Wyatt Storm is like the most FBI name I've ever heard.
Totally.
It is. You're not wrong. All right, real quick, let me just get us on record. It is December 3rd, 2024. It's now 10:25 a.m. and we are here. Reference IA2024-0470. And I am Investigator Veronica LaRue, Bravo 5855.
And Barbara Herman, Bravo 5843.
And being interviewed.
Brian Tapley, badge number 1939.
And
Observer Lieutenant Ryan Neville, 1665.
all right, real quick, we will go over these forms. Just make sure you understand them, don't have any questions, and they are all signed. So
Yep.
NOI, important part of this is obviously who you can and can't discuss this with. Do you have any questions related to this one?
No, ma'am.
Is this your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. And then Jody. Important part on this is obviously failure to be absolutely truthful will result in termination. Compelled statements cannot be used to incriminate you in criminal proceedings. However, there are none related to this. And it looks like you wrote that you do understand and you have no questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Your signature again?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. And then we're not using this. And this is the employee observer admonition. And do you understand? Have any questions?
No, none at all.
Okay, and that's your signature?
It is, yes.
Perfect. And then, oh, real quick, can you fill out the top, just your name and badge is fine.
Under the 2 line?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. And we'll get copies before you leave. And you have time to review all the documents and body worn camera?
Body on camera, yeah.
Do you review?
I haven't seen those, so it's not going to do me good to
Okay.
review them today. I mean,
All right.
so,
You have time to review the complaint?
yes, ma'am.
All right.
And will I get a copy of that so I can see those 2 links?
I can tell you what I couldn't download them for whatever reason. They are, when you guys are leaving, he's recording saying,
Like when he was walking out when we, okay.
mhm, that's what that is.
Okay.
And then it looked like maybe like a small snippet of you guys walking, maybe from like a Ring camera or something.
Okay.
So it was nothing of
Okay.
any kind of
Okay.
value that
Okay.
that I could
Gather.
yes. So real quick, let's see. Process today is I'm literally just have yours and then Sergeant Miller's interview. I'll write it up and send it over to my chain, and then I'm sure there will still be a small delay because that's how things work here. But you'll be made aware of the findings shortly in the next month or 2. And then let's see, obviously we're recording, so speak clearly so that we can hear you and it can be captured. If I ask a question you don't understand, let me know. I'll rephrase it. If you don't know the answer, just say I don't know, don't recall, assume, or don't attempt to recall and assume. And if I summarize something incorrectly, just please correct me. All right. And then real quick, I am retired Gilbert PDA. There I did homicide, sex crimes, child crimes, patrol, obviously. Been with PSV for almost 2 years now, and that's my story.
I've been here, PSB, just about the same time as Veronica, almost 2 years. Before here, I worked at American Airlines and I was on the specialty team. We investigated allegations of discrimination based on protective characteristics. And I was with them for just over 4 years.
And real quick, how long have you been with the office?
About 11 years.
Okay. And what is your current position, assignment?
District 4 Patrol.
When this call took place, were you also District 4 or is this District?
District 4.
Okay.
I was backfilling on a squad that day.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, right. And you were not the FTO this day?
No.
Okay.
Lenny Miller was the FTO.
Okay. All right. All right. So just real quick, you responded to this call. It was 38747 North 12th Street as an agency assistant at the FBI. Again, his name, Wyatt Storm, to serve an injunction against harassment. Can you just tell me what you remember about that?
So I met Wyatt Storm over at the Circle K, just so we could follow each other to the house. We weren't sure exactly where it was at. He just said he had a junction. I'm like, okay, awesome. And following over to the house, he knocked on the door. He introduced himself along with deputies to the mother. And then we went in and he was serving the injunction harassment. We were there just to be, he asked us to be there for our body worn cameras because he didn't have one. And then in case a guy got agitated and tried to jump on him, for the help. So that was the basis of us being there, and uniformed deputies. He was in civilian clothes.
Okay. Did the call how did you become aware that he was needing an agency assist? Did that come through dispatch? Or?
No, what happened is that week leading up to this I think it was a Friday, Sergeant Kiefer was talking to him back and forth about having deputies go with him to the house on that Friday.
Okay.
So when he started coming up, he called me like, hey, where can we meet?
Okay.
So that's why we met at Circle K, just to get up into the residence.
Gotcha. All right. And then, did you have any information about the person you were going to be serving this upon?
No.
Okay. And so for MCSO, for you as a deputy, for this particular case, did you have any role in authoring the injunction?
No.
Okay. Who typically does that?
Don't know.
Okay. And so one of his complaints, and I don't know if it was in here or when I spoke to him, he did come in to do an interview as well. He said that you guys were disturbing his neighbors and blocking their driveway. Do you remember having any contact with a neighbor?
No contact with neighbors, and we parked on the edge of as you see in the video, on the edge, so we wouldn't disturb anybody driving, because there was a house to the left of the edge.
Okay. And did you know any of the involved parties to the injunction prior to going? Okay. One of his other complaints was that he was mistreated, I guess, because he was a foreigner. Did you know anything about his race or ethnicity prior to going?
No, ma'am.
And did him being a foreigner have any role in how you treated him?
None.
Okay. And what contact did you have with directly with Mr. Gachik?
I try to, when the FBI guy was talking about stuff, we try to help, like, clarify stuff, but it didn't look good.
Okay. At any time, did you hear anybody, or did you yourself make any kind of threats to Mr. Gachik?
No, ma'am.
Right. Did you hear anybody threaten him with federal prison?
No.
And all right. Did you tell him to shut up?
No, ma'am.
Did anybody else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Did he ask you directly for your name or badge number?
He did not.
Did you hear him ask that to anybody else?
He was asking the federal agent, which you can see on the video, he provided his credentials for him to video or capture or whatever, and basically after that we left.
Okay. Did you at any point see anybody with their hands on their gun?
No, ma'am.
What was Mr. Gachik's demeanor like?
He was pleasant at first, and then I guess when he realized what the injunction was about, he became agitated. So.
What typically is your role when you're serving an injunction? What do you do on a call for service when you serve an injunction?
We usually don't do them. That's our civil division.
Okay. Good answer. We have that here. I had to do them as an officer, so we did not have a civil division. All right. Is there anything I didn't ask about that you think is important related to the complaints that he made?
I'm not 60. Just want to make that clear. So sorry.
But he did say that.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. The old guy that was like 60. I'm not 60.
Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. As a principal, do you have anything?
I have
Sorry.
nothing.
Okay. As a principal, you are offered an opportunity to give an uninterrupted 5-minute statement if you wish to do so.
No, ma'am.
No? Do you not want to confer to make sure? Okay.
No.
All right. Well, then we will conclude. We'll get the recordings turned off.
I'll get copies for you real quick too, so
Perfect.
don't leave without them. I will
Okay.
shut that down for you there, Veronica.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. We'll give her a minute.